Hello, welcome to my radio and television station, and I'm Kautri. Here comes the local news. Within the framework of the official visit to Hungary, National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ met with the Vietnamese entrepreneur community in Europe. Speaking in front of hundreds of businessmen, National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ was delighted when the overseas Vietnamese community grew larger and larger, with a growing team of business and entrepreneurs with 5.3 million people in 130 countries and territories. As of 2021, there have been 376 projects of overseas Vietnamese investing in Vietnam, which reached the capital of $1.7 billion US. 2021 was a feared year of COVID-19 pandemic, but according to statistics, there are about $18.1 billion US in remittances sent to Vietnam. In 2021, Vietnam's total import-export turnover reached $668 billion US, ranking the top 20 economies with large turnover in the world, of which agricultural products alone reached $48.5 billion US. National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ hopes that Vietnamese entrepreneurs in Europe will contribute to Vietnam's goal by 2030, the 100th anniversary of the party's establishment, to become a high middle-income country. According to the Đồng Nai Department of Industry and Trade, the province's export turnover in the first 6 months of the year was estimated at $13.27 billion US and increased by 13.26% over the same period. Conversely, the import turnover for 6 months reached over $9.8 billion US. Thus, in the first 6 months of the year, the Nai trade surplus was about $3.45 billion US, while the first half of June, the country trade deficit was $1.3 billion US. The province's main exports such as footwear increased by 9.5%, textile increased by nearly 11%, machinery and spare parts increased by 16.6%. The major markets of the US, Japan, Europe, China continue to be maintained. It is worth noting that the proportion of export of FDI enterprises accounted for over 77%, but grew only 7.4%, while domestic enterprises have growth of over 35%. As in the first 6 months of 2022, goods imported to Đồng Nai mainly serve production and export, such as chemical, textile raw material, footwear, leather, plastic raw materials, etc. As such, export continued to be maintained a fairly high growth and export momentum contributing to the balance of national trade. According to the People's Committee of Long Thanh District, as of June 24th, Long Thanh District has approved the compensation and support plan for 6,080 cases with a total area of more than 2,500 hectares under the Long Thanh Airport project. The total amount approved is more than 12.5 trillion dong. Among the approved cases of compensation and support, the district has made payments for 5,470 cases with the amount paid is nearly 12 trillion dong. Among cases that the compensation and support plans have been approved, 559 cases have not yet to receive money. The reasons why households have not received compensation and support is due to absence of owners, loss of land use right certificates, level authorization content, not yet calculated policies to support training, career change, and job search. In order to implement Long Thanh International Airport project, the district must recover the land area of nearly 3,000 hectares of more than 5,500 households and individuals. The group of the world's leading developed industry G7 has agreed with the 5 partners countries, including Argentina, India, Indonesia, Senegal, and South Africa, on common principles to strengthen the international order. A G7 statement said the G7 countries and their 5 partners are determined to build resilience and work towards equitable, inclusive, and sustainable solutions to global challenges. The G7 is committed to working with partners at an international level towards peace and prosperity and will strive to make progress towards a just world. The two sides also pledge to peacefully resolve conflicts and oppose the threat or use of force in any form inconsistent with international law. German Prime Minister Olaf Scholz stressed the importance of exchanges between the G7 countries and the 5 partners countries. He said the two sides had a very good, open, and constructive exchange on issues including climate protection, energy supplies, and fighting world hunger, and also stressed that this dialogue is very important and will continue. Missouri Highway Patrol Spokesman Jesse Dunn announced on June 27th that 3 people were killed and at least 50 injured after an Amtrak train derailed earlier that same day in the state. Amtrak company said 8 carriages and 2 locomotives derailed after crashing into a truck, causing obstruction at an intersection near the city of Mendon. At the time of the accident, about 243 passengers and 12 employees were on board. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and goodbye.